Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So glad to have you here for another video. You know I love giving you guys the inside scoop of all things blogging and what I'm up to. And I recently started organizing my blog post ideas in a totally different way, and it's awesome. I love it, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I'm hoping that it will help you too. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what this looks like for me and how it helps me kind of organize and come up with content. And then I'm going to walk you through this process and show you what it looks like if I were just starting from square one, from scratch, blank piece of paper, and what this can look like for your own blogging journey. And you guys know that I think that action is the best teacher, so make sure that you take 20 or 30 minutes after you watch this video and apply it to your own blog. Like I said, we're walking through this together, so by the end of it, you'll be able to come up with your own content and blog post ideas. Okay, so let's take a look at the computer. I'll show you what this looks like for my own blog. And you can see down here, I want to start with this random list. So this is what my blog planning used to look like. I just have this random list of different ideas, things that come to me in the car, in the shower, while I'm working, from the other research that I've done. They're all really good ideas, but I haven't put enough effort or time into seeing if they could actually be a quality blog post and something that I want to put out to my followers. And so you can see, like, this is called random list for a reason. It's just very random. Now, I still have this. I still keep this list because there are some really good ideas in here, and sometimes I just think of ideas on the fly, don't have time to research them, and so I'll add them to this list. But this is what I want to show you is up here. This is the new format that I've been using to help me organize my content. What I've done is I've taken my blog niche. So you guys know, if you watch my 2020 blogging goals video, that my new direction, my niche for my blog and my YouTube channel is to help new bloggers start and grow their blog. Like, that is the goal of what I'm doing. And so with that, I've broken that down into different topics. And then within the topics, I have different content and blog post ideas. So you can see the different blog topics that I've come up with that help my readers achieve this goal, to start and grow their blog. So I have the blog topic of blogging specific, writing tips, website and technical, Pinterest, social media, email, and SEO. So those are my blog topics. And then I've done the research to fill in each of these topics with specific blog posts. Okay, this is the exciting stuff. I love this stuff because it's all about efficiency and helping you stay consistent with your blog. Before, when I had this random list, I was all over the place. I was writing blog posts about this and about that and just like whatever I could literally think of, whatever came to me. But with this concept, with the blog topics idea, like, I have a purpose. I have a purpose, and I can dive into writing tips and Pinterest for new bloggers and social media to help you grow your blog. There's like so much more of a vision there and so much more of a focus. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what this looks like if I were starting fresh, if I were just starting from the very beginning, okay? So I'm using numbers on my MacBook Pro. You can use Excel or whatever else works for you. But let's create a new sheet, and I'm actually going to delete this table and insert a new table up here. And up here, let's write your blog niche. I don't know why I always go to this, but we're gonna use Michigan Rocks, for example. Let's say you have a blog all about Michigan rocks, that's what you're about. You could probably even niche down more. And I want you guys to do this for your own blog too. Like, identify what your blog niche is and what you're blogging about. Even if it's a lifestyle blog, that's fine, but it should still have a theme and a focus, okay? So put that at the top. And then you're gonna create these different blog topics that will help your readers learn all that they need to know about your blog niche. So let's come up with different topics here. And you can take some time to think of these for yourself. And they can always change. You know, put them in, and if a week later you're like, actually I want a different blog topic, you can always add that in and change. But we're gonna think of maybe 4 to 7 different blog topics. Actually, if we go back to mine, you can see that I have 7, but I only have 5 filled in because those 5 are my focus right now. Don't go with like 7 all over the place topics. Keep them tight. That's why you niche down. That's why you keep niching down, because then your audience will know what they can expect from you. So if we go back to our example, Michigan Rocks, let's think of some blog topics. So maybe you think of like locations, where to find Michigan rocks. Maybe what happens after you find them. Like, do you polish them, do you finish them, or projects you can do. So like, after you find them. And again, you can just come up with these ideas and then refine this as you go. Like after you find them might not be your blog topic. Maybe it's like post-processing or finishing or polishing. But right now we're just brainstorming, okay? So this is exactly what I did to create mine, and then I narrowed it in and focused it more on each of these. But let's keep filling this in. So maybe like rock information, like, you know, what the rocks are made of or how old they are. And then maybe just in general, like rock finding, finding tips. So that could be pretty broad. And then also maybe rock finding tools. Maybe that could go under tips too, but these are gonna be our 5 for right now, okay? And then I'm also actually gonna put in another table that's labeled random like my other one, because I do like to keep a running list, just a random list of ideas that come to me. So we'll just put this up here. And you can fill this in anytime, but up here you can see this is where the magic is going to happen. Now we're getting into the research side of things, and again, this is the same process that I use. I'm just gonna do a quick overview for you guys, but dive deeper in your 20 to 30 minutes, fill in each of these blog topics with 2 or 3 blog post ideas. Like what can you actually create a blog post about, 2 or 3 blog posts about in each specific topic. And your ideas are just going to continue to snowball. It's one of the exciting things that happens when you organize your content like this. This gives you a specific focus that will help your readers. And that's the goal, is like you want to add value to your readers' life to keep them coming back for more. You guys know all this, I've talked lots about it in my recent videos. So diving into the research, I want you guys to start off with Google. That's what I start off with. And I want you to type in a question related to one of your blog topics. So let's type in, what are the best tips for finding rocks in Michigan? So you can see the results that come up and use these as a guide to create your own blog post. Again, you are not copying what other people are doing. You are using this as inspiration to create your own work. And using the links for inspiration is pretty obvious and a really great resource. But what I want you guys to look at, what's so exciting about all of this, is when you ask this question, okay, what are the best tips for finding rocks in Michigan? It gives you this little feature. Google comes up with this box, people also ask. And you can use this to see the exact questions that people are asking about your topic. This is great because if people are asking these questions and you create a blog post or multiple blog posts answering these questions, your blog is more likely to pop up because people are looking for these questions and you have the answer to them. Like it's brilliant. So you can see that people are asking, where's the best place to find rocks? What rocks are found in Michigan? Is it illegal to take rocks from Lake Michigan? And how many rocks can you take in Michigan? And if you click on the drop down arrow, it actually then gives you more questions that people are asking. So are there diamonds in Michigan? I mean, you can write blog posts literally answering these questions. So if we look at this question, what rocks are found in Michigan, we could come up with our own blog post. 5 rocks you'll find in Michigan. And you want to include as many details as you can. And obviously, if this is your niche, if this is your blog like Michigan Rocks, you're going to know more than I do. So maybe you do 10 rocks, but you can then label those rocks. So you know what? I know a little bit about Petoskey stones, Lake Superior agates, and let's say pudding stones. So I know those off the top of my head, but if this is your blog, you would obviously label the ones that you would include. But this is where that snowball effect comes into place, and it's so great because then not only do you have your 5 rocks you'll find in Michigan post, you can break that post up into the individual rocks. So rock information. So everything you need to know about Petoskey stones. And then everything you need to know about Lake Superior agates, and so on. So then you do pudding stones, but then you can also break these up into their different topics. So like 5 best beaches to find Petoskey stones. And then you'd fill in the other rocks. And then after you find them, so let's say how to polish Petoskey stones. How to polish Petoskey stones might also be included in this rock information one. Everything you need to know about Petoskey stones. Maybe you include something about polishing them and the finish to them, but you also have an entire blog post dedicated to, you know, just polishing them, like what you do after, or DIY Petoskey stone polishing for kids. I mean, that's a great blog post idea. It's so specific, and sometimes we complicate it. We try and pack so much information to all of our blog posts when really you can break it down. Just because it's familiar to you doesn't mean that everyone who's just beginning or just getting into, you know, Michigan Rocks knows this. So if you can be that resource for people, it's really going to add value for your readers. And then again, you just like keep filling this out. So your rock finding tips. So how to find Petoskey stones. 3 things you need to find Petoskey stones. And then again with that, just get into as much detail as possible. So what would you include in that blog post? Going back to Google, I'm seeing 2 of these, so I know that people are definitely asking it, so that would be a great blog post to write is it illegal to take rocks from Michigan, and is it illegal to take rocks from the beach in Michigan? So obviously this is a popular topic. You could do a few different blog posts. You can include the do's and don'ts of collecting Michigan rocks, 3 things you need to know before you go rock hunting in Michigan. So maybe it's 3 laws you need to know instead. So 3 laws you need to know. So that's how you use Google. You can find out what people are asking. And then again, like I said, you can literally type, you know, your own question to each of these blog topics, and that will help you come up with more content ideas. So you can see how using this technique helps me come up with intentional blog posts because they're all related to a specific topic that I know my audience wants to hear about. I mean, with very little effort, guys, I already have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. I already have 10 blog post ideas just by doing a little bit of research, and I didn't even type in all the ideas that I came up with while I was doing that. And if you're a new blogger, you might be super excited and have all these, you know, blog post ideas, but then you get to like 5 blog posts and you're like, shoot, I sound like a broken record. What else am I going to write about? How am I going to keep doing this? So for you guys, I encourage you to apply it to your own blog. Come up with a blog niche or a purpose for your blog. Get as specific as you can. Come up with, you know, 4 to 7 different blog topics. And then as you come up with a blog post in that blog topic, see how you can also cater it to your other blog topics. It's going to continue to snowball and you guys are going to come up with more content. And this is helpful because there will always be something on your content calendar. Like, you're not looking at your random list and just trying to figure out what to write about next. You can take the research that you've done and what you've come up with and then insert it intentionally into your content calendar. Yes! This is what it's all about, finding ways to be consistent and confident in your blogging, and you do this by having a plan. So thanks so much for being here today, guys. If you have any questions, let me know below. I would love to help you out any way that I can. So be sure to subscribe, hit that bell, you'll be notified every time I post a new video. Like it and share it with a friend. I would so appreciate that, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for being here, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!